Hello, welcome back to King's Crossing, episode 32. This one is featuring Gnimwirt and Adarag, played by Toughnuts and Adis, respectively. Let's see, I've got a little quick recap here of last episode. Let's see, in episode 30, Adarag and Gnimwirt collaborated with the Lost Suns to construct streetlights infused with moonlit moss, which both illuminated the town and warded off corruption. Meanwhile, let's see, Gnimwirt got to learn a little bit more about the mercenary group's background, while Adarag encountered Cyrus, who was there to offer mentorship. The same apprenticeship that he had won at the end of the Spring Equinox Festival. Let's see. Yeah, that's basically where they left off. They were headed back towards Hobbs Lodge and Arwin's Rest here with the remainder of their companions, a section of the Lost Suns that was accompanying them. So that's where we're at right now. You guys are headed back towards Hobbs Lodge. You guys just saw Wilford come tumbling into town, dragging Isabella behind him, lit torch in hand, as they ran up the hill to Hobbs Lodge yelling, "There are blights behind us!" And it's in this moment that basically evening sets, the sun sets, evening rises? The sun sets and evening begins as you guys see the purple fog roll into town, primarily from the northeast and west, northeast and south, as the west is the ocean, or the lake called Ocean. You guys, if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. So you guys see this purple fog roll in, and you see the Lost Suns kind of grab their weapons and start to look around as, give me awareness checks from both of you. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Starting off strong.
Let's start with Adarag. Adarag, who are you walking with?
So I'm walking with. I'm probably pretty close to. I can't believe I didn't write down his name.
Dibs.
No, the woodsman one.
Bernard.
Okay. So I would say I'm probably walking with Bernard, like trying to get a little bit more information, but also kind of trying to stay close to Wilhelm and Kylie.
Okay.
Because Kylie mentioned the offer of like being able to train with the Lost Suns for like getting my ranged skills up, and he's going to kind of like try to stick near them, try to get in their good graces, because he's already stepped off on a bad foot.
Okay. You guys are more near the front of the group, heading right into town square there. As you see, they all stop. You see the purple fog roll in, but you see they stop, and they're all kind of gripping their weapons. And then you see Kylie in a record speed. Actually, let's see. Let's see how Kylie does. Let me not narrate this. Let's roll for it. Okay. You don't even see Kylie do this. All of a sudden, an arrow whizzes past your face as you're like, "What's boom?" As an arrow streaks out. I can say words. Streaks out into the mist, and you hear as there's something in the mist. You see Bernard grip his axe, bringing it up. You see Wilhelm's also drawn his bow, and you see Dibs dive into the ground and start tunneling. You don't have a chance to react. We're gonna go to Gnimwirt. Gnimwirt, you're in the back. Now you're back there. There's like Sydney, Gregory, Jess, Radic, Nealthindir. They're all back there. You're all walking together. Is there anyone that you're particular that you were wanting to be staying close to, talking with, any of that?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick close to Jess and Sir Gregory, because I know them the best. And I don't really have, I guess I've got an arbalist crossbow, so I'll dig that out of my pack and just have it in hand as just like I've got nothing else that could help here.
Okay. So they all gripping their weapons, getting ready. You pull off your pack and you're like, whoa, I've got something for this. It's probably like at the bottom of your pack. You didn't expect that you'd actually have to use it. You're pulling that out. The group kind of gets split. As the front half kind of moves forward and the back half kind of holds this point at kind of a crossroads at a T.
Can we go to the map by
yes,
chance?
we will in just a second. But Gnimwirt, looking north of you up the road, you see a group of... Oh god. A group of 10 twig blights crawling on the ground, coming out of the mist, and you can see their like long spindly fingers kind of click, digging into the ground as they kind of move forward, and you can see their like faces shift as like tree branches moving in the wind. And you just see them like, and then all you hear is you hear a little girl's voice call out, "Help! Won't anyone help me? I'm scared." From this creature's and we're gonna bring it over to the map. Over to you guys. We will I'm not gonna go into combat just yet because I want to know what is Gnimwirt's reaction. You rolled high on awareness, you get first reaction here.
So we're not at Hobbs Lodge?
You are no. You're on your way there.
Okay.
Oh, the lines that you can see that I drew around, that's kind of where the fog has stopped. So the in here, this is all not fogged.
Okay. I had a question. So, I think where are the twig blights are right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they're passing out of the fog
Coming
onto
south.
this path.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna just yell out or try to. Quickly realizing that my crossbow is not gonna be helpful here from me. I'm gonna yell out, "Rally to me and let's get to Hobbs Lodge." And I'm gonna keep moving towards Adarag's group, trying to kind of get us together.
Okay, go ahead and roll leadership for me.
Oh boy. This did not go well last time.
It did not. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, my for some reason my character sheet is there. It goes. Okay. When it's like sized the wrong way, it looks really weird.
Yep. Okay.
Wow.
4 out of 42. That's a success with a flip to fail. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. You call that out. What do you do?
So I'm gonna start moving. Can I move my character?
Yeah, you should be able to. You've got a movement of current 6 squares.
6 squares.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna start moving this way, and I was kind of yelling to the people around me, so I'm hoping they kind of rally to me, and continue to protect as we move towards Hobbs Lodge.
Interesting. Okay. I have, so as the DM, I've kind of already written down kind of what the faction's goals are, what their priorities would be, but convincing them to do otherwise is quite interesting. That's going to completely change the game. So now I'm a viewer just as much as you. I'm excited.
They're probably going to run to their camp.
Possibly.
I'm guessing.
Their captain is back there. But they've still got, fighters back there. Solomon's back there. Some others. So, okay. So you've called that out and you're moving. Adarag, you've rolled solo on it with a critical failure. That, Dibs
What's happening?
Gets straight. Why is everybody running? It probably is like one of those, like, you're like, Hey, Sydney. So, you ever seen the? Whoa! Why is everyone fighting?
What happened?
Sydney. What? There's no Sydney.
Now,
Where's Sydney?
I will mention.
Sydney's way back there. I meant Kylie.
Yeah, I will mention before we jump into combat, one of my traits, which is Hans's first shot. When combat begins, I gain 3 AP. That must be used immediately at the top of the initiative order.
That's huge.
Even if you're surprised.
That's huge. Okay. So you will get all kinds of bonus action points. Which you could probably run all the way to Hobbs Lodge in this first turn. And that's basically, you see Dibs pop up, and he's kind of scuttling along the like grass over here, and he pops out and he goes, "We can make it. Come with me, fuckers." And he's kind of slinking through the grass. You can see he's heading towards Hobbs Lodge.
Okay. What are we doing? Oh, we're going that way. Okay. And kind of, because I don't think he's registering like what's going on quite yet, so he's probably just going to take as much movement as he can.
Like, quick, run! You're like, okay! Just gone.
Spending all of his 3 action.
Oh my god, you have 10 movement. That's insane. So you can move, what, like 30 squares?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here, I've got you. There's 15 to there. What is the, I can't remember what the button is. There's 15, and yeah, you can make it all the way inside Hobbs Lodge, and then an extra 10 squares. So real quick, as you turn and you're running up the hill,
okay.
With your critical failure, you don't even see it. You turn and go up the hill, and over the top of you, you see Grunkle running right over the top. Just runs right over the... As you see him wielding a giant blue sword that is just glowing blue. This is not the sword you saw him with before. This is a massive, like, anime sword that he is wielding in 2 hands. As he runs down south into the fog in Town Square. As you continue, you're like, oh shit, is he just like 1 foot over the other, right over the top of you, didn't even see you. You see...
I'm picturing Adam like Roadrunner, just like the legs spinning.
Yeah. As you turn back, you see Torvekik right behind him, run and just slide, probably like winking at you as he slides by. And you see a bunch of twig blights come like launching, running, and like jumping out of the fog. And you see Torvekik come up and just clean sweep 5 off of Grunkle, and then take out another 5 with his axe. It's a real thing that happened. He crit like 10 dudes at once. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah, he did like 40 damage. It was a real thing that happened. It was pretty epic. So you see that, and then you as you run into Hobbs Lodge, you see Wilfer scaling up the side of it, getting on top. Okay.
Oh, Wilfer's already over there?
Wilfer's up, climbing up on top of the...
Wilfer, not Wilhelm. Got it.
Yeah. Different people.
Okay.
Dibs is back here with Adarag, with Gnimwirt going, holy shit! Okay, Gnimwirt, before you would have your next reaction, you would see that it looks like these guys are, basically they all look to Gregory, and Gregory's like, to Hobbs Lodge! As they start to fall back. But they're moving a little bit slower. They seem to be, like, pulling up the rear, basically. Kind of guarding the back.
Mm-hmm.
As these guys will move. Basically, they're all kind of moving forward. I'm just going to kind of throw them around. But they're all kind of moving forward. These guys will probably more do something like this. Kind of protecting from here. So that you guys can move past. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to Gnimwirt. Gnimwirt, what are you doing?
I don't know how the movement works. Can I like dash or anything as like an action point?
Yeah, here I've got this is a useful thing to have. Boop. Boop. There you go. So yeah, this run takes all 3 action points, run at movement times 3. Which also gains you times 3 damage threshold. Sorry, plus 3 damage, not times 3. Is this any time? No, plus 3 damage threshold.
Yeah.
You would get any attack of opportunities, but it would be harder to hit you as you're just sprinting past them. That's exactly what
like if
Adarag
I
just
was
did.
if I was like up close to enemies, then they'd attack me as I ran by,
Yep.
type of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use that to try and get as far to Hobbs Lodge as possible.
You probably make it. Let's see, 18. You can. Oh no, you can make it to here.
Okay.
I forgot
Yeah.
you're overweight. You can run like up there, so that way you're not like front lines.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
You basically see like Gorvekik and Grunkel have basically run down into this fog down here. You don't know where they ran down into there.
Okay. So I'm making my way towards Hobbs Lodge.
Okay. You see basically Dibs is running alongside you at this point. The rest seem to be actually you don't see the rest. As you kind of round the corner and get up behind these trees, you hear fighting coming from that direction. Just as much as you hear fighting coming from this direction, just as much as you hear screams coming from kind of the west, the north, and the south of other people engaged with things. But you're able to make it to Hobbs Lodge, I'm guessing. Do you continue into Hobbs Lodge, or do you want to go back?
Yeah, so I'm gonna yell, Adarag, we need fire. And I'm assuming that's all I have time to do.
Okay. But are you wanting to continue to Hobbs Lodge, or are you turning back?
I'm going into Hobbs Lodge.
Okay.
My intent is to go to get something to use fire. Whether I can, like, I don't know, build little fire arrows or find some oil that could burn, or I don't know what, but
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so you guys are heading into Hobbs Lodge. Inside Hobbs Lodge, you guys see, what do you guys see? You see Bjorn in there. He seems to be working at a mortar and pestle. You see Hunt Captain Kyler. I don't know if you guys have had a lot of interactions with him, but you've seen him. He's the guy who wears the raccoon hat.
Yep.
He seems to be making some arrows, and you see that he has a huge pile of moonlit moss next to him, and he seems to be like crafting moonlit moss arrows that he's like tying this shit to. You see who else do you see there? You see Granny Evelyn feeding the fire, getting the fire going inside. You see Griff climbing down the ladder, going down below. And you see Isabella drawing pictures at one of the tables. Adarag, you're in there first. What do you do?
I think first thing Adarag is going to do, because so his thing would have technically been like the superseding thing, but so he would have been like in there. All right, does anybody know what's happening right now?
That's right, you have no idea. The town is under attack. The Blights have come. And as he says that, you see Bjorn just put a huge paw on your shoulder, and he's just gonna put 2 vials in your hand. They seem to be corked and holding an orange liquid, each of them.
What are these for?
Serpent leaf. Use wisely.
What? How is it used?
He will respond with, how would he explain this in the moment, the heat of battle? He will explain, I didn't prepare this, let's see. It makes the scene unseen. Oh, at least I hope it does. I obviously have not had a chance to test it, young sir.
The scene unseen, you say? All right.
In theory.
In very?
In theory.
In theory.
Theory.
Oh,
Yeah.
theory, I see.
Invariably, yeah. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Yeah.
He's going to. So Adarag is going to, with this understanding, put them into his bag for later.
As you stash them, Gnimwirt and Dibs crash through the door. Actually, Gnimwirt crashes through the door. Dibs is no longer beside you.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, and now he says he needs some fire. Granny Evelyn.
You see Hunt Captain Kyler kind of strings up the bows and puts them on his back, and he goes, "Oh, good, you two are here. You guys,
Hello there, Captain.
I need your help.
What do you need, sir?
We need to stop the enemy from advancing. There's too many of them. They're coming into the town. We need to give our fighters, no offense, we need to give them
None taken.
help.
Aye.
You two are able to move about." He looks at both of your, like, full ghillie suits that you've been wearing, and he goes, "Less noticed."
Aye.
He's trying to, like, not offend you guys, but he, like...
Speak quickly, Kyler. You won't offend us.
Speak your mind.
Like,
We'll deal with the niceties later.
You need us to deliver resources to the front lines.
no. The front line, we don't have any resources to give them, honestly. If we could set fires to the, like, critical locations, it might hinder their advance, you know, entrances to town, the main roads. Maybe separate the ones that are already in here from the ones that are still trying to get in.
Understood.
Do you guys think you can, for lack of a better term, get behind enemy lines and set some fire?
Now you're talking my language.
Do we have light resources to do this with? Any sort of oil or flammable substance?
I know someone who might. I don't know where she is.
Okay.
Talking about Addisilon.
I am.
Understood.
Is she still well?
Well,
You
last
see,
we
as
spoke-
you see that Hunt Captain Kyler and Griff both are like pale as sheets with bloodshot eyes, as they've been sick for like a week.
I see you're still recovering, but yes, Addisilon was still very much alive last we saw her down by her shrine.
Good. If you could find her, I'm sure she'll help. I really don't want to have to send you guys out there, but if this could be successful, I could see it doing leagues of help for us.
Well, sir, I know my way around a town.
He starts to like think about it. And he goes, "Honestly, it's not fair of me to ask this of you. You're not even. I don't even really know you two."
I interrupt. I see those arrows that he's been making.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler, can I help distribute those arrows to the archers that we know in town?
Yeah. Wilfer asked for me to make these. Does this help? Do something?
Absolutely. I don't need all of them, but can I have some to deliver to Kylie? She's very skilled with a bow.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know who that is, but okay. He's got. We'll say he's got a handful of 20. So how many of those 20 do you want to take?
Probably like 7, 5, somewhere in there.
Okay.
I probably can't carry too many.
Well, yeah, just pick a number, because where they get distributed means other people won't get as many, or other people will get more, and it might turn the tide of battle in those locations where you distribute them.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 6 of them.
6? Okay, write that down. So we've got 6 arrows out of 20, so that leaves him with 14. Okay. See, Bjorn went downstairs. You see, at that point, Kyler gives those arrows to you, and he's like, "Are you too sure about this?"
Positive.
He'll look to Granny Evelyn, who's stoking the fire, and he's like, "Evelyn, these two are the ones who might be the ones to save us all. Hook them up with some good torches. Godspeed, everyone. And you see and then you see a table of other sick men who are like recovering, all get up, and you recognize some of them as just watchmen from around town. As you guys have protected the Hobbs Lodge, a lot of the people from down below their sicknesses are warding off, and so they're coming up. However, you can hear Griff downstairs telling a lot of people to stay down there. It's probably like, 6 civilians, hey, you don't want to go up there. Like, trust me, it's better down here. But you see, the hunt captain, Kyler, grab his bow, sling it on his back, throw his hat on. He kind of looks around the lodge one more time and then heads out the door with a couple of watchmen. You hear them battle cry as they, head out into the town.
All right. Evelyn, do you have those torches? We need to be off.
Evelyn has stopped stoking the fire and moved over, and you can see that she's got kind of a row of torches that obviously Unlit knew they were used for the watchmen to kind of grab before they went out on their shift for the night, so they would kind of keep them stocked here. You see she grabs one that she was wrapping up, and you can see she brings it over to a table, sets it down, and you can see this table is just laden with a bunch of flowers, and it looks like she's been sorting them, kind of picking out specific flowers and laying them delicately off to the side, whereas the other ones are kind of thrown off. Sorry about that. Thrown off over to the other side. She sets the torch down, making sure not to touch this nice little neat pile that she's got, and she finishes wrapping one, seals it up, dips it in this like liquid, and she goes, "Here," and she will hand you. How many does she hand you? Okay. Holy fucking shit! She has 10 torches. How many would you guys like to take with you? I rolled really well. You guys have a plethora of torches to carry. Fun note: Gnimwirt is already over encumbered, so fair warning.
Yeah, I'll take 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll work on that. So you're taking 3. Gnimwirt, are you taking any?
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Okay, 3 and 2. I'll work on that. All right. What else would you guys like to do?
So who around here is like one of the people with the plan of like where these torches are supposed to go?
He just ran out the front door.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, he asked if you guys need anything else and then ran out.
Can I like toss a couple items down, like that I don't need, just because my pack's getting so heavy?
Yeah. You just like laying them down on the table or something?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave them in the lodge. I'm leather sandals, and
Markham is not carried anymore.
I don't know how to do that.
Do you see the carried?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And you said you took 2 torches?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll give you 2 torches.
Okay, I don't see them.
Close and open your character sheet again, maybe? See them at the bottom. They're actually separated. Let me combine them together. There we go. Alright, 2 torches.
I just see, the last thing I have is sea monster scale.
Oh, really? Weird. Well, don't worry, you've got 2 torches on you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I see it.
But yeah, dropping things doesn't seem to be
Changing your weight?
changing my weight either.
Okay. Then write down anything you're dropping, and we'll drag it off your character sheet, and then we'll just give it back to you when you pick it back up, if
Okay.
you survive.
Okay. I'm dropping fine clothing.
While you work on that, Adarag, what are you up to?
Adarag is going to like he mentioned like points of the points around town. So
Critical points that would cut off them from their army, and he said possibly like entrances to town.
yeah, so I think Adarag would take that to believe like the North Road, the East Road, and the South Road. So Adarag's going to kind of look around and be like, right, well, I am going to sneak up to the north road and try to block that off, cut them off at the river first. Anyone else want to go with me on that? I need quiet people.
There's Granny Evelyn. Dibs is
I
in
think
there.
it's-
It's Granny Evelyn and Isabella.
I think it's you and me, buddy.
Never mind.
I suggest we go back the way we came, try to deliver these arrows to someone who can use them, and then we sneak off to Addisilon's
by the way.
tree.
Here's this. And I hand him one of the serpent's leaf potions.
Okay.
Bjorn made this. Sounds like it's a invisibility potion of sorts. Save it for when we need it.
Noted. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of items.
You're good.
Giving him another item.
Here, take another. Yeah, so you pass them the Serpent Leaf Essence potion. So you've got one, he's got one. Each have a little vial. Granny Evelyn will quickly go back and start working on whatever she was doing with these flowers. I don't know that separating flowers is really all that critical, but she's a grandmother. So, you know, old lady.
Right. Well, Gnimwirt, I'll be honest with you. I might be able to make it north of town undetected.
Okay. Are you suggesting we split up to do this?
Maybe not entirely split up, but at the very least, if things get rocky, make it back to safety, and I'll try to continue on forward.
Well, if things get rocky, I'd suggest we both get back to safety and regroup. It's not worth just throwing your life away.
Now that's the point, you see. I might have a better means of losing them in this urban setting than, well...
I was curious where you were going with this. Okay.
Alright, fine. But we need to get moving. Let's head down and make sure you've got all your gear on. I pull out my swamp suit, make sure it's on, and my mud boots. And I kind of just, like, take ash from the fire and, like, rub it on my face. I'm, like, going full...
like Rainbow.
full recon.
I love it.
And we head out.
It looks so hardcore, and then you remember what Gnimwirt looks like. He's like this little old man, gnome who's got like half his ear blown off, and he's just... I love it.
Adarag's doing the same, but he looks so weird. He's got like a duster on over the, and then a ghillie suit over the top of that with like some steampunk water goggles on.
So, yeah, you really do look like a steampunk main character. Yeah, that's funny. As you guys secure straps, paint on, get ready, you lock in. Adarag, you feel actually let's see which one of you. Well, hang on. We'll say Gnimwirt is 1 and 2. We'll say Adarag is 3 and 4. 1. Did I say that was Gnimwirt?
Yeah.
Okay. Gnimwirt, you feel a tug at your mud suit, your ghillie suit, kind of tugging down at the... Excuse me?
I turn to see, I'm assuming Isabella.
Bjorn. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Isabella. Excuse me? No, yeah, you see Isabella, and she's like, I made this for you. And she kind of holds out this piece of paper. She's kind of looking down at the ground, like all kind of like shy.
I take the paper and look at it.
Okay, it looks like she drew. You're like turning it. Actually, let's see if you can tell what she drew. Let's get. Give me an awareness check. Standard. By best accounts, she drew a doorknob.
Okay. Isabella, why did you draw this?
And she's going to look up at you, and you see the face of Isabella, which I'll pull up one more time just so that people can see Isabella, view character artwork, show player, there you go. So you see Isabella kind of look up at you, her little, big, sad eyes, and then you see her face kind of distort and, like, twitch, and it's like, and she's like, I don't know, I want to help.
Is this a doorknob?
I don't know. I just felt like drawing it.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. She kind of kick her feet as she goes back over to the table and starts drawing again.
I'm gonna go real quick, run over to the table and look at any other drawings that are laying there that she's recently drawn.
There were more drawings here, but seems those ones were taken by a different player. What other, let's see, what other drawings has she drawn? She has drawn, you get, okay. You see, a lot of pictures of, like, there's like 20 drawings here. And they're all kind of sprawled out. The ones that you real quick kind of glimpse at, you see an assorted amount that all look like different varying progression of styles. So like maybe one, it's just like a outline of a building with a weird shadow kind of sketch in the middle. The next would be that, and it progresses more and more, and then like there's ones where it's like a full on, like you can tell it's like a row of buildings in a street, like dirty with like tire tracks in it, wheel tracks I should say, with like these weird spindly creatures in it. It's multiple pictures of that, just of varying degrees of how finished the picture is. You see an assortment of pictures, similar styles, of varying degrees of how finished it is, of what looks to be a man with a cage on his head, and his arms are reached up around grabbing the cage, and he's got no head inside the cage, it's just dark, but you see two eyes kind of peering out. You see those two, and then you also see drawings of a mountain. And usually when people draw like the sun, they draw a circle with like beaming, like sunbeams and stuff. This one is the sun, but it's just black. And it shows the mountain, and it shows someone standing on the mountain and someone kneeling on the mountain. So a big man kind of standing, and then someone else like kneeling. It almost looks like those, like you'd see like hieroglyphs. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, which is very different. All three pictures are very different in style. Like, you wouldn't say they were all drawn by the same person, but they're very much all childish drawings.
Okay.
Those are the three you glance real quickly as you do whatever.
Okay. Adarag, we need to go, and we'll run out.
Bye, sir.
So you guys running out front? What is Adarag's following?
Yeah, now I'm gonna start focusing on stealth more.
Okay.
So
You guys hear the door shut behind you, and what sounds like tables getting pushed up against the door. It sounds like Griff is barricading the front door.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll move kind of in the trees, looking down into the path. I'm assuming visibility within the border is still pretty good.
Yes. Within here, it's decently, I mean, besides the fact that it's nighttime, but the way you guys set these up, it's also illuminating. Right. So within here, visibility's decent.
Okay. So I'm gonna opt to move, I don't know how to ping, but kind of in the trees up here.
Yeah, I see your gesture. Yeah.
With cover.
Okay. Go ahead and take your guys' movement action. Actually, we're going to go ahead and throw ourselves into combat. Not specifically that you guys are entering combat, but more so that I can keep track of who's going where at what time. So, if you guys wouldn't mind, right-click your guys' characters and toggle the combat state. And then you're going to head over to the combat tab and roll your initiative.
This is a first.
I don't think you guys have done this before.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Right-click your character, toggle the combat state.
I think it's enabled.
What part of the character?
Yours is Gnimwirt.
Like
You're-
on the map,
Oh, no, compact mode. Never mind.
it's the bottom, the sword with shields. Or shield with swords, I should say.
Sure.
Swords.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gnimwirt,
on the
if you...
on the icon. Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Gnimwirt, you're on there. If you go over to the combat encounter on the tab, you'll see your character on there. You just gotta roll your initiative there. Oh, wait. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I didn't need to click it. So Gnimwirt's on. Adarag, same thing.
Okay. And where do I click for?
Combat tab. It's in, like, where the chat messages are. Go to the combat.
Gotcha.
Okay. How do I want to do this? Okay, I'm just gonna have one of them join so I can kind of see where they're at. Do you guys see Gregory on there or no?
I just see question marks.
Okay, it's Gregory. That's just so I can tell where the
In chat, I don't see him in combat encounter.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, cool. That's so I can see where other people are at on the turntable. Okay. Alright. Gnimwirt. Where do you go? You've got 3 action points to move.
Does stealth slow me down?
If you're in a full run, you wouldn't be able to stealth. But you can move at a normal pace.
While stealthing.
Yeah.
So, what what distance is that? 18?
Double click your character. You have a movement of 9 now that you're no longer burdened. You're moving about 9. If you want, can you guys both roll for me? Well, we'll stick with Gnimwirt for now, since it's your turn. Can you roll for me a stealth check? This won't count as any action points.
Yep.
And if I remember right, I was a goob and gave you guys plus 20 because of your suits.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Swamp suit gives 2 easier challenge ratings when stealthing.
Same thing. Yeah, you can up it by 2. So instead of standard, it would move to easy. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Wow.
Go ahead and move.
Alright. And I can go 9 yards?
9 yards total, yeah.
Okay. So I'll go 5 to here.
Oh, and if you control click, it'll place a waypoint, and then if you press spacebar, your character will follow that path.
I'm assuming I can't, like, jump off the cliff. I don't want to, so.
You could, yeah, you could, but yeah. And would you do control?
I'm holding control.
Am I not holding control?
So I'm doing that, and then I press spacebar.
Yeah, try pressing spacebar. Yeah, there you go. You just ran. That's cool. Alright. Yeah, we were toying with this last session, trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Alright. So that counts as 1 action point. You got 2 more action points.
I need to open that thing that you sent me.
If you double click the top, it'll minimize it. So that way it doesn't take up your whole screen all the time.
Okay, sweet.
Yep.
So is there an action to look around?
Yeah, roll awareness. Yeah, you can use the
Okay.
skill roll awareness.
Okay. I'm gonna try to
Get
see
your
if I
bearings.
recognize anyone around me.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. What you see is yeah. Here, this is what you see. Let me pull them up so that you should be able to see them. And you guys see that?
Big Blight's down south.
Yep. And you see that?
Needle Blight. Okay.
And then you should be able to see... those three, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So you see those three currently engaged in combat. Looks like Bernard is fighting. Okay, and... okay. You see Bernard is fighting and currently has 8 twig blights jumping on him and pulling him down to the ground. You see a needle blight further back launch a, like, reach out their arm, and as they kind of swing their arm around, a needle dart flies out and hits Wilhelm, but it looks like it catches in his cloak, kind of poof, as you see the cloak fly out, and you can see him spin back, and him and Kylie are both fighting, trying to get these blights off of Bernard. Kylie launches an arrow into one, Wilhelm also launches one, but the thing dodges and kind of hisses, and you hear these blights. It's a mixture of hiss, purrs, growls, and mimicking human voices. You hear what sounds like Eldar Arlane, you hear Granny Evelyn out here in the battle, you hear Frankie, you hear, different people that you recognize the voices, but they're coming from these creatures.
Interesting. So we heard people that we know to be in Hobbs Lodge.
Yes.
Okay. That's new. Okay. I think, so I do my awareness,
So it's your second action point. It leaves you with 1. You can
Can
save an action point to parry or dodge if you get attacked. Or you can use your action points and then they restock at the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
You can see at the bottom of that list, you've got the reactions.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I'm going to, so I can't move more.
No, I think you've done your full move.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll save my action.
Actually, I'm trying to think how that would work, because technically you've got the, charge is 2 action points, charge at movement times 2, but that would be if you're charging into something.
What about hustle? Does that make me not stealth? I guess
hustle is basically what you just did. Movement times 1. If you're moving out of an engagement, you take an opportunity attack. That's basically what you just did. I will say, I'm going to make it a rule. I'm going to rule it right now that you can still use your other action point if you just want to hustle again. For 9. Up to 9.
Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. You might have to... So, if I want to open that cheat sheet, where do I go to do that? Because I accidentally closed it again.
That's on the King's Crossing Drive.
It's on there. I've also got it in the game here. I don't know if you guys have access to this. Let's see. Sheet. No, that's not what I need.
Journal?
No, it's under resources. Let's see. Configure ownership. Yeah, you guys should be able to see these. It's under, under journal, under resources. Do you see quick sheets?
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah, so it's in there. Action points, falling, morale.
Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, great. Okay, yeah, so I'll do my hustle move. Sorry, I'm still kind of new to this.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
So
I'm only coherent because I just did this 2 days ago.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna hustle here.
Okay. As you do, oh god. As you do, Wilhelm turns quickly, like just over the back, launches an arrow at you. It goes right over your head and hits the tree behind you as this little swamp monster comes crawling out of the trees.
Oh, okay.
You.
So it wasn't aimed at me.
Yes, you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You look like a little blight. And you were not stealthing at all, so he very clearly was like, oh shit!
Yeah. Not me, you idiot! Fights to the south. But here. And
That one sounds like Gnimwirt!
I grabbed the 6 arrows that I had, 3 in each hand, and I'm gonna toss them to Kylie and Wilhelm.
It's helping us! That's what. Oh, I see.
That's what it wants us to think.
That one's stupid. It just gave us arrows.
I'll just yell, use these if you've got a good shot. We only have very few.
You got a good shot while calling out Wilhelm for missing. Twice, actually. You've seen him miss twice. Okay.
And then I turn to Wilhelm, or should I give them all to Kylie?
All right. He kind of is like, I'll take 2.
Okay. I give him 2, and I give the other 4 to Kylie.
From what you can tell, it looks like he's a mix of bow and sword, whereas she is all bow. So that's kind of... You can see that he might be better with sword than he is with bow, but he kind of does both.
Yeah.
That's
I'll still give him a couple, because, you know, if something happens to Kylie, don't want all my eggs in one basket.
I hear you. Yep. Adarag wants all his eggs in her basket. Or all her eggs in his basket? Anyways, continue.
Moving on. Yeah, I think that ends my turn.
Yeah, that'll do it. Let's go to... Oh, okay. You guys get to see something else that happens. So, out of the mist from right over here, you guys see Grunkle backing up out of the mist, kind of backstepping, as you see Torvekic backstepping out of the fog right after him. You see Blights coming out of the fog after him, and out of the fog on this side, you just see you hear nothing, you feel a shiver up your spine as all of a sudden the mouth of a dragon sideways comes out, just launches itself, and latches onto Grunkle's head as you see Grunkle go limp in the dragon's mouth. It drops to the ground, releases him, and goes back into the fog. You just see Grunkle's body laying on the ground.
Oh no.
That brings us to Adarag. Adarag, you see all that in front of you as you're running down the hill out of Hobbs Lodge. What are you doing?
Adarag is going to see all this stuff that's going on, and he's going to take kind of a bit of a cold, like, I need to do this this mission I've been given, sort of perspective, and he's actually going to, let's see, oh, how do you do that? The clicking thing, and then how do you make a waypoint?
Control click.
Yeah.
Like hold control and click, and then you can drag it.
Okay.
And then spacebar to move your guy. Oh, you immediately just ran the opposite direction. Okay.
Let's see. So that's 10 yards.
Remember, you don't have your +3 action points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's just going to be, so that's the movement.
3, 8, 10. Yep.
Oh. Sorry. I'm still learning.
You did. Technically, you're here. So, just so you know.
Okay. Well, when I control click on that location, it automatically selects my character to move it.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
very
know how it works.
confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do you.
So, just gonna do that. Make my way up there. That's 10 yards there.
Just
all right.
Yeah,
I'm
it's right
going
here. Yeah, perfect.
And I'm going to do this as stealthily as possible, and actually going to do something similar to the turn that Gnimwirt just did, where I'm going to stealth to that location, get do an awareness check, and then continue stealthing.
Okay, roll a stealth for me, and then an awareness for me.
So, stealth.
With stealth is an easy check. As long as you don't crit fail.
So it's at an easy, but I also get street. Would you consider this an urban environment?
Yeah.
So it'd be another +20.
So, yeah, set your base modifier to +20 and set your difficulty to easy.
Okay.
Basically, only
Wow.
one way you fail this. Oh my god!
And that's the way I fail it.
91% chance.
How?
Okay. This is my second critical failure in a row. Something terrible is about to happen to me.
Oh my god.
I have rolled twice this game, and both
How?
of them have been critical failures.
Okay, this has to get clipped. Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
What
All
is
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is going on with this game right now?
An awareness check, you said.
Yeah, an awareness check. Yes.
The two stealthiest people in town. Hey, can you guys do this stealth mission? No.
No.
That is insane. My only 2 rolls this session have been critical failures.
That's amazing.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. There's
Yeah.
a 45 for awareness.
As,
All right, what is going to come to kill me?
as you're walking up, you see this coming out of the fog.
Okay.
And, yeah, that one that you're hovering on, looks up, sees you, and all of a sudden an arrow goes straight through its eye. As it rocks backwards, you see Wilfer on top. I got one! True story, really did happen.
So that one's gone.
Nope.
Oh, no, he's still...
Took an arrow and then came back up, and it looks up on top of Hobbs Lodge, and you kind of followed his eyes and saw Wilfer up there.
Was it a glowing arrow or normal?
Normal.
Okay. Okay. So with that analysis complete,
What was your next? You wanted to move.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going to take the Serpent's Leaf potion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you're downing it.
Yeah, is that an action? Full action?
It is an action to down the item. Yep.
Okay. Then, yep, I'm downing it.
Okay. Okay. And okay. You down it, and you kind of look, and you look, and you see ghostly visage of all the ruins through town. You see the ghostly visage of like the ruins back when they were buildings. So like these broken pillars, well, you see the full pillar and like the whole building is there rather than just a crumbled shamble. You can still see the crumbled shamble. The ghostly visage is the rest of the building. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As it kind of like think when Frodo puts on the ring, that like, ghostly warping, kind of effect is kind of what you're seeing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I mean, obviously you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of what you're seeing as you look around. That brings us to NPCs and what they're doing. Let's see how this fight's going down here with Gnimwirt. Okay. And okay. Basically, Kylie takes one of your arrows, immediately notches it, and launches it into this pile of twig blights that are currently dogpiling on top of Bernard. And you see the arrow launches in, and the blights all kind of push themselves off of him, starting to, get some distance from it. As it launches in, you can see it's pinned one of their feet to the ground, and it's sitting there like, trying to get away, as the others kind of scatter. Let's see. Ooh, Vine or Needle Blight. You guys didn't hear what I just said. That's fine. Okay, is gonna launch. I need to know what is Gnimwirt's damage threshold? You guys haven't been in combat before. It's on your main page on the right side. You're gonna find peril and damage threshold.
Is it 3 or?
Yep. So 3, the way it works is basically if they do 4 or more damage, they're gonna do damage to you. It's like your damage reduction, right?
What's the +6, +12, +18?
That's how far down the damage tracker you'll go. So if they do 4 to 9 damage, it looks like you'll become lightly wounded. If they do 10 to 15 damage, you become moderately wounded.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how many steps down you'll go. It's a 3. This thing did 3 damage. So basically, an arrow pierces into your chest, but it gets stuck in the ghillie suit and doesn't go all the way through. You've now got just a barbed, not an arrow, sorry, a barbed like spike that closely resembles what you saw of Griff's wounds. Adarag's familiar with these creatures. He ran into one.
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah, literally.
So I don't become lightly wounded.
Yep, it did not do enough damage. Okay, so I've got what's going on with all the other parties. I need to know what Gnimwirt's doing.
Okay. I'm going to try to stealthily disappear into the trees up here.
Okay.
So
stealth and move. You can go
Yes.
ahead and reroll your stealth now that you know that you're very much not stealth.
yeah.
You're like, they saw me. That's not good. Okay, from one to the other. Basically, Gnimwirt gets and just drops to the ground, falling into the mud, kind of letting the mud seep over him, and now you're able to just start sliding through the mud and getting away. Where do you go?
So I'm gonna head. I get 9 yards again.
You do. Unless you decide to run, but that would take away your stealth. So.
I'm gonna head like right here.
Okay.
Are these still
Technically,
like,
you don't know where they're at. You can roll an awareness if you want to use your last action point to see what's going on over here.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, it's gonna be at routine difficulty because this area, well, routine for the. Actually, roll it at standard because it'll tell you if you just see here or if you also see what's going on up in the fog.
Okay.
98. Jesus. Okay, it's not a crit fail, so I'm gonna let you see what's not shrouded in mist, obviously, because you would be able to see that. So, what you see is, let me set this up because I haven't moved them all around. Okay, and throw this up. So basically, at this point, can you see all them, or did that not work?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so at this point, you see, you're very clearly able to see Nialthendir standing over Radix's body, wielding a sword and a torch, waving off blights that are currently, on a rough count, somewhere between 15 and 25 blights, jumping all over this path, getting waved off by the fire, attacking, latching, slashing at his legs. You see Sydney's kind of at his back with a spear, kind of stabbing at anything that comes close. Jess and Gregory at the back kind of watching the rest of the path and also trying to help this way. So that's what you see.
Okay.
So that, I believe, wraps up your turn there. So you get time to think on that. Meanwhile, Adarag, you're in a predicament. What's going on over here?
Yeah, I'm going to try to stealth again. And I think Adarag is going to try to...
I don't think you can stealth again, because you don't know that you're not stealthing right now. Nothing's giving it away that you've been spotted. You think you're still stealthed.
I think I'm still stealthed,
Yeah.
but I've drunk in the potion, so... I think I'm still stealthed, so yeah, that's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and then try to make it past them on that side.
Okay.
Right next to him.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, I have this. Oh shit. Okay. Not great. Okay.
I see. So we can only have one window open at a time, minimized.
Really? I can.
That's why it keeps closing for me, because I can't have that and my character sheet open. Like when I open one, it closes the other.
Weird. I can have as many as I want open. That sucks.
It's alright. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. So, that's gonna drop to there. We're gonna roll. 20% chance to see you. Basically what happens is you're passing by these twig blights. And as you do, you see one of them stops and goes... It just lashes out to the side. It very clearly looks like they can't see you, but it looks like they can, like, sense that you're there.
Okay.
So this thing's gonna lash out to the side. It can't see you. Okay. Basically lashes out to the side and basically swipes at right where your foot was as you're kind of tiptoeing past them. You may continue on the rest of your movement. I believe you're going to somewhere right around here or here.
Yeah. I believe, yeah, I think it was right here or so.
Okay.
Yep.
One full movement.
Okay. Realizing he might not be as stealthy as he thought he was, he's going to take an... I think I would take a second to, like, getting to this position. I would now, like, kind of look at, like, keep an eye on them to see, like, try to see, like, what they are sensing right now. Like, pick up on what they're...
Okay. Give me a scrutinize check.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it to you at routine. Okay. 18 out of 55. What you see is you see the one unnamed one that you guys keep hovering over is clearly looking at Hobbs Lodge and kind of turning his head left and right. And then you can see it kind of looks around, seeing the one stab at the ground, and kind of looks around, kind of turns around looking. It looks your way, but it looks like it's just looking through you. Looks north, looks back down. You can see it's just kind of standing at the edge of this fog, looking at Hobbs Lodge. It seems to be waiting, maybe, for something.
Okay. With that, Adarag's going to continue on his mission, and he was told to sneak behind enemy lines, so he's going to keep going towards the river.
Okay. Alright, I'm very curious to see what you do with this. Okay. Adarag,
He just escapes and leaves.
You said what?
He just escapes and leaves.
It just leaves down. Well, I was curious because you guys asked for, like, flammable things and then immediately didn't go after them and left. Well, Gnimwirt's still down there, so
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm curious what Adarag's plans is. Alright, Adarag, you can take your next movement.
Okay.
So I think you're only at 2 actions there.
Yeah. How do you... Ah, there we go.
So you get to move twice in a turn?
Well, normally I don't think so, but you asked, you wanted to, and we just made that rule, remember?
I guess I just don't understand how it works.
You're the one who... We just made that house rule, because you asked for it.
Okay. So we can.
Yeah,
that's
you've done it twice.
Okay.
Am I stupid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I don't know if you technically can, but you were like, maybe, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to make the rule right now. You can.
Okay.
So you did. I think you've done it twice, and now he's done it twice, maybe. I can't remember.
Yep.
Okay, so you're moving to there. Okay. Yeah, we'll stop there. We're gonna go to... we're gonna see what's going on with the rest of these parties. How this is going. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. Gnimwirt. You see Sydney step up, take a stab at some of these blights, and you can see more blights pop out of the fog, grab her, and pull her into the fog. Just grab her feet, she gets swept, drops to the ground, and just gets dragged into the fog.
Okay. Rip Sydney.
These ones down here you guys don't see anymore. You don't know what's going on there. These guys... Adarag behind you, you can see, they begin walking south. It seems that basically it was watching Hobbs Lodge, and then it just does for a weird tree creature, does a deep sigh, and then begins striding. It's leg-like movements, kind of taking a step, and as it steps, its roots kind of reach out and grab onto the ground, pulling it in. Takes a step, its roots reach out, pulling it in, and they walk southwards. That'll bring us back to Adarag.
Okay.
Wait.
Gnimwirt,
Right?
you mean?
Jesus, yeah, sorry, I was talking about Gnimwirt seeing the battle that was going on over there. I apologize. Gnimwirt, yes.
Okay. Continuing to try and be stealthy. I'm gonna go something like this.
Okay.
Or 10 yards? Are you at 10?
9. You're at 9. He's at 10.
9?
Yep.
Okay.
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 You scramble across the path, kind of moving with the brush. You can see darts getting kicked up, mud's getting kicked up as people are running, doing their thing. You've got 2 action points left. What is Gnimwirt doing?
I'm gonna look up towards the grove and see if I see any bad stuff up there or anything going on.
Yeah, roll awareness. Routine. Perfect. As you look up there, you see squat down next to the tree, just sitting there. This Addisilon in her priestess robes of earthen colors, kind of featuring the brown and orange and what's not, it's cream. Sits leaning against the tree, having a sip from an ashen mug.
Okay. I'm going to use my second action to...
Third action.
Third action to move up to her.
Okay. Move up to her. Do you say anything to her? Do anything?
Yeah, so... Addisilon,
What the?
I need your help.
Gnimwirt?
Yes, it's me.
Huh.
I was told that you could help me create a substance that could light on fire.
Oh, did ya?
This is urgent, Addisilon. The town's in danger.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. Why do you want fire?
To burn the twig blights.
I mean, that does make sense. Alright then. You see, she kind of picks herself up and kind of smooths out her robes. And she's like...
Her robes.
Right? Yeah. Her robes.
Yes.
Oh.
You dirty man.
You just did this.
It went all the way down. You guys just can't see down there. She's not just rubbing her tits.
She smooths out her robes.
You start to see a very accentuated... No, we're not getting into that. That's King's Crossing After Dark. Someone's gonna write a fan theory book about this game one day. No, fan fiction or whatever.
And then she queefs.
She queefs. No, she's not sick. She takes a sip of her mug and she's like, "Alright then. Lead on, Bush." And she takes a step forward.
Where is she going? Can I
She
like
said,
towards the tree or what?
Towards you. She said, lead on, Bush.
Are you the one that creates this substance, or is it something that I could take with me?
You're not taking my alcohol. Nice try. In a moment like this, it's the nicest thing I have.
Okay. Addisilon,
You may all well be dead soon, and that would make me sad. And I don't want to be sad, so I'm going to be drunk instead.
well, I understand. That's fair. Hear me out. we have an option here.
Plenty of options, probably.
I'm not drunk, and I'm able to
That sucks.
stealthily move behind enemy lines. But I'm worried if you come with me, we'll get caught and fail this mission. So I would ask you in this time of great need to lend me that cup so that I can save the town, and then I will bring it back to you when this is all over.
Doesn't work that way, honey. You want one, you get the other. So, you want it or not?
Can I try to scrutinize, like, if she's very serious about that, or if, like, there's any way that she would give this to me?
Absolutely, you can scrutinize that, and that will be your last action, so go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, you've already had all your actions, but it'll be the end of your turn. What you can tell is, you've never seen her without this ashen mug, and she seems very intent that she is not giving it away. Okay. And with that, we're gonna go to some die rolls, see how people are doing around town. Wow, okay. That's a close fucking battle. Okay. 97 and a 91, those are interesting odds. Those two factions fighting each other, and then this battle, and, okay, holy shit. All three scenes that I just rolled for, I don't want to give too much away, but all three scenes I just rolled for were within 5 points of each other in the balance of who's winning against who. So that's very close battles across the board. Very interesting. And then, last one here. Okay, there's an 88. Oh, okay, and then a 41. So that one is not evenly matched. Interesting. Okay, that's great. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. If you guys find out, you find out. Adarag, what are you doing, buddy?
So Adarag is going to make his way over to this house over here.
Okay.
And he's going to be looking around for anything flammable.
Okay. It looks like an old wood/stone ruin. And it looks like it used to be a business at one point in time. Maybe for any, more like a
lantern oil
factory type deal. Go ahead and give me an awareness at, I'm gonna have it at challenging difficulty. Actually, for that, more than likely, yeah, give me it at challenging difficulty, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
9 out of 45, that's pretty good. Okay. Against all odds, the town hasn't picked this place entirely clean, as you will find one unlit lantern. However, this one, the wick has gone out, so the lantern is no longer usable. However, the wax and the oil inside is probably salvageable.
Okay. Adarag is going to collect this this lantern, and he's going to make his way back out. So I'm at, what, 7 movement?
Yeah, I believe it might have been like 8 to get over there. I can't remember. We'll say 7, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, then he's going to head over
Well, you've already moved one. You can move up to 10. That doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't get to move, do an action, then finish the move, and then still have another action. It would
Gotcha,
be.
okay.
It would be one
10.
action, one action, one action.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't need to move 3. You can move up to 10.
Okay. Well, he was. What I'm looking to do here is take that oil and, like, start to like puddle, like, start to like pool some oil in the center of this like entryway into town here.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be getting started on that. We gave Gnimwirt a little bit of extra actions here, so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you roll an awareness as you start pouring out the oil and wax out onto the ground right here.
Okay. Standard cross?
No, it's, actually, where you're at, it's going to be, is it hard?
The next one up?
Yep.
That's minus 20.
Because you're in the fog, you can't really see much. There's no light.
Okay.
Holy shit. 34 out of 35. What you see is a large, hulking blight. Arms outstretched. It seems to be made of, like, tendrilic vines. As his arms are outstretched, kind of wrapped around 2 trees on either side. And you can see the like vines kind of part as blights come through, running towards town. You're pouring out the stuff as you look up, and you just see through the fog. You see this as it opens up, and these blights start running towards the river. That will take us to Gnimwirt, because I've combined all the NPCs into one action. Gnimwirt, where the hell are you? There you are.
Down here.
I was going over the map trying to find you.
Where'd you go?
Alright. You've scrutinized. What do you do?
Okay.
Actually, before you answer, we didn't take the break at the hour mark. Do you guys want to take the half break?
Actually, yeah, I need to take the doggo out.
Okay,
real
so
quick.
we'll do a 10-minute break right here.
Okay.
Gnimwirt, we are looking at you. You scrutinize. She's holding onto her ashen mug. What do you do?
Okay. Addisilon, follow me over to the cliff, but be careful to not be seen.
Okay.
And I'll kind of lead her to the edge here.
Push her off.
Yeah.
You see she walks with like an elegant grace that she kind of always carries herself with, even when drunk. She just kind of, you guys originally saw this out on the river, where she just kind of walked with an elegant grace and just kind of moved amongst the people, and she still has that kind of sway, very for lack of a better word, ladylike kind of swagger. I don't know another way to say that, but you know what I mean. And follows you over to the edge of the cliff. What do you do to her?
Whoa.
I'm curious.
Alright.
No one will know. Give me that ashen mug.
So, Addisilon, there's a bunch of enemies down at the base of this cliff. Can you...
Which
Or-
one?
I point.
You see, she's looking
Looking
between
down.
like Blights and Lawson. She goes, "Which one is invading us?
The trees are bad. The trees are bad.
Trees are bad.
The twig blades. The lost sons are helping us. Regardless,
Interesting.
can you pour this flammable liquid from your mug down the cliff to engulf the tree blights?
You want to get all the Blights drunk? That's
I want
an
to.
interesting plan.
I want to light them on fire.
Oh. Well, I
And
suppose
I'm-
that makes sense.
I'm hoping we can pour it from up here and it'll go down into the blights, and then I can light it.
She'll step up and kind of look, and she looks at her mug, and you see she just kind of goes, and like throws it, and not throw the mug, but just like
Oh, I was like, what?
take it. Not throws the mug. Gnimwirt just jumps off. No, let's see. Okay, she throws the liquid out. It's currently arching over the battlefield down below. What do you do? I guess this probably could have been planned better. You don't have any ignition sources lit.
Well, I specifically told her to pour it down the mountainside, but she just threw it out like that.
True. I guess I, as a DM, don't really know what pouring it on the mountain, the cliff face would have done.
So I was hoping
huck it out.
I'm assuming this mug is like magical in some way because we've seen this before, and it just continues to be like.
Gnimwirt thinks it's magic, huh? Interesting.
Oh, it's magic, eh?
Yeah, I thought Gnimwirt disagreed with that.
Well, my point is we've seen it endlessly refill itself. Like, we've witnessed that multiple times. And so I figured if she just, like, poured it down the mountainside, it would just continue to pour, like, a large amount of liquid down the mountain. That's what I was looking for.
You see, as she kind of, and throws it, it's not like an endless, like, it's like a mug full worth kind of gets sprayed out as, like, a mist up in the air and is falling down below.
I ask, is there a way we can use much, much more of it?
You got like a barrel keg of it, maybe?
Well, doesn't your mug just always stay full?
No. I wish. That make getting drunk a lot easier.
Than the one you've showed us in the past?
No, this is my favorite mug. She takes a drink from it.
Okay, Gnimwirt's just done with this. He goes into his pack and he pulls out the torch. And he's gonna start to try and light it.
Okay, give me a survival check. Do you have any ignition gear in your pack? Like flint and steel or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay,
got a candle, but that's not lit either.
Old style method? Yeah. Okay, so give me a survival check then, standard.
Okay.
No log fires for you today. Yeah, it's wet. It is currently raining.
Okay.
She looks over and she goes, I don't think it worked. It's all the liquid from her thing has hit the ground.
You have a better suggestion?
They probably smell like alcohol, no? They might be sticky.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna continue to try and make this fire.
Let's see. Does she know how to make fires? Okay, apparently she knows how to make fires. With a 3 on the die. She'll go over and maybe like have you hold it, and then she'll do like the, I don't know how to do this, but she'll do the, I was in a Boy Scout.
Oh, the bow drill?
Yeah. So you guys do the thing together. Not that thing. But there's a spark between you guys, not like that, the fire. So anyways, you start the fire and the torch ignites, and she goes, "Oh, you did it! That was a great job."
Yes, thank you.
No, thank you. And she kind of warms herself by it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna look for just like twigs on the ground. I don't know how much turn I have left, but
we'll give it to you. Yeah, like blights are just like branches.
Like branches.
Oh yeah, they're all over.
Yeah,
just muck and gunk and branches everywhere.
I grab some and I'm gonna try to like get some lit that I can throw down there with the torch.
With the torch, like throwing the torch down there?
No, I'm holding on to the torch. I'm trying to light some branches, light them on fire so I can throw the branches down there.
Okay, let's see. 3 branches kind of seem to catch a little bit of fire.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take all of them and throw them down to where she threw her liquid.
And you see they kind of fall and land on the ground. The fires just kind of sputter out. I thought you were gonna set the alcohol on fire. Do you want to try again?
Bjorn said that going to you there would be some sort of substance to assist us in lighting everything on fire.
My alcohol is very potent.
So why didn't it light there?
Well, that's like muddy water.
So it needs to be while it's still in the air.
That'd be cool. Can you do that? She takes another drink.
Let's try this. I hold
I'm
out
ready.
the torch over the cliff, throw the alcohol through the flames towards the Blight.
Shit. I hadn't thought of this. Okay. Yeah, she will try. And she's rolling absolutely phenomenal. She's probably the best roller of this entire episode. She takes the alcohol and goes, okay. And just a spew of alcohol goes through the fire of the torch, erupts into almost like what you would see from like a dragon's mouth, like blowing out flames. As it goes out, and the spew basically rolls out like lava would, so it comes out and just like rolls out over the battlefield. Let's see how that affects everyone down below. Okay.
Everybody died.
We're going to the fire erupts and just covers the battlefield. You can't even see down there. It just lands, and it's like that mist smoke kind of erupts as it lands and clashes with the cold, muddy water. We're gonna jump over to Adarag and see what's going on over here.
Okay. I'm going to be like trying to cover as much of this like entry into town with that oil, and then I too am going to pull out my flint and steel and try to light my torch, one of my torches.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Do you have any way to light it?
Yeah, flint and steel.
Flint and steel. Okay. Roll survival at routine. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Okay. A 2. Holy shit. Alright. As you see the twig blights crossing the river, you and your torch ignites, and you've got this, we will say it is, I'm gonna give you 4 squares in total where you've been able to pour this. Which, is it like a 2x2? Is it 4 in a straight line? How did you pour this down?
Yeah, I'm going to say 4 in a straight line.
Okay, show me the line.
So I'm going to say trying to cut that section off.
Okay. I've marked it.
I'll put
Okay.
something in the oven. I'll be right back.
Yep, do you think? Let's see if they make it past before it erupts. Oh my god. They get to here. And the fire erupts. And through the flames, you see them standing there, and it seems they've stopped. And they're kind of watching you. And you will hear, over the sound and the dim of battle erupting around you, you hear a familiar voice of Isabella. Help! Adarag! Help!
This blasted thing again.
Yeah, what do you do?
Adarag is going to look around and try to identify where the sound is coming from.
Okay, roll an awareness check for me. It's gonna be at challenging difficulty.
Okay.
Seems like it's coming from in front of you, behind. It's kind of echoing off the din of battle going on around you. It's tough to be able to pinpoint.
Okay. Then, with this going on, Adarag would imagine that this has brought a bit of attention to him. And he's going to... he's going to start making his way over into town this way. So, like, there, and like over into the like market square area.
Okay.
Because he's going to. So, reason being, he's going to say, because he doesn't want to, because he's assuming that these guys are going to start coming back this way, so he's going to try to skirt off to the side here, having done one of his mission requirements.
Yeah, go ahead and we're going to speed things up here, I think. God, I would love to speed things up, but I don't know if we really can. So, we might just have to carry on with this. Alright, so as you run up there, you notice something weird. And I've had you guys roll enough awarenesses, I'm just going to give this one to you. You notice something weird. There's a weird, ghastly visage of someone in this market. It kind of fits the ghastly visage of the buildings you see around you. You see a full market with like stalls and like the full buildings all built up, banners waving in the wind, and you see someone standing kind of near this building in the center, just kind of standing there looking around.
So I've used my movement, but I'd like to... thinking I'm still being stealthy, I'm going to try to approach it.
Okay.
Just to get a better look at it.
You lit the fire and you moved, right? So you still have one action point left?
Yes, actually.
Am I accurate on that?
Yeah.
So you can move up, and what are you doing on approaching this thing?
Trying to... So I'm trying to get as close to it as possible without it noticing me.
Okay. As the closer you approach, you just see that this thing is kind of looking down, looking at itself, looking off to the left and right, and just kind of around, and then just leaning back against the building once again, just repeating these steps. Like,
I'm going to call out to it.
what do you say?
You seem lost, friend.
At first you see nothing from it, just kind of, and then you see it kind of look your direction, then look again and look again. It goes, "Are you looking at me?"
Aye.
You can see me.
Aye.
How?
Well, there's been a lot of things going on recently, but the most recent stuff I can remember is some voices calling out, and then oh, and I drank a potion.
Huh. Interesting.
What I know.
What do you want from me?
Well, let's start with your name.
I do not remember.
Awful thing to not have a name.
It is. I feel Lost.
Ah. Out of wandering.
I cannot seem to leave. I am stuck.
What seems to hold you here?
I do not know. I don't feel right.
Can I look at their face? Is their face distorted?
Very much so.
I may have something to do with that.
Very, very much. It looks like their face is smeared.
Face is smeared off?
Yeah.
Yes. Ah, I see. Well, were you the shop owner of this establishment?
No, I'm not even from here. I came with my brother.
Ah.
He said we were to start a new life.
Are you Atlas's sibling?
Atlas. Atlas! I know that name.
Aye. I've read about him, and I've encountered him as well.
You
must
know
be-
Atlas?
Aye. Your brother is...
Yeah,
I read
yes.
I read your journal. It described he was tainted by something dark.
You see this thing starts to eyeball you. Let me ask you this. Do you have the journal on you? Or does Gnimwirt have it?
I think you gave it to me to read, but I don't know if I gave it back or not.
I still have it in my trappings.
Okay, we will say that Gnimwirt gave it back to you then.
Yeah.
You see it starts to eyeball you, and it takes a step forward, almost for like the first time in forever, and it looks down at its leg, almost amazed that it could do that, and looks back at you, and takes another step forward towards you. As a spectral being that starts to 1 foot after the other start to move towards you.
I'm gonna pull the journal out. Aye, this was the book that told me of your tale.
Can I have it?
Well, seeing as it is yours, I don't see any reason not to. But may I ask you this? Your brother, he seemed to have been blighted, for lack of a better term. What? Do you remember anything about him that might have started this infection, this darkness upon him?
Darkness. Yes. He changed. He was He was a good man.
That's what I've heard.
He used to take care of all the street rats back home.
Street rats.
Homeless
That
children.
Aye.
Is that your family? It's like he changed. He stole something.
Stole something.
I think. I never fully understood. Guess maybe I just didn't want to see it.
Was it a little sack of black powder?
He did have a sack on his belt, along with some parchment he kept close.
Did you ever read this parchment?
I did not. He would not let me. Takes another step closer to you.
Well, by all rights, this is your journal. Now, if you need to pass on, and this be the key to it, I'm willing to give it to you. but if you could say one more thing to your brother, what would it be?
I forgive him.
If I see him again, I'll pass on the message.
Kind of does a curt, nod.
Well, safe travels. And I hand him the journal.
He reaches out and takes it, and both the journal and him dissipate and fade.
Okay.
And it's at this point, the buildings around you kind of dissipate away just as much, and you're left back standing in a ruined town's market.
Okay.
We're gonna hop back over to Gnimwirt here. Gnimwirt, an explosion of fire erupts from the resting spot of Addisilon's little grove here, raining down fire over this pass. As the fire is dropping down, erupting into that steam cloud. Steam is the word I was looking for originally. What does Gnimwirt do?
Well, I'd like to see what it does if I can.
Okay. So waiting for the steam to clear so you can see.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like, from what you can tell, the fog almost got pushed back. It's probably starting to re-encroach, but the fog got pushed back there. What you see is oh god. You're a literate man. You're quick with math, so on and so forth. What you see is Nealthandir, Jess, and Gregory have all jumped back and are kind of watching and guarding as the area is quiet. And you see the body of Reddick, you see the body of Sydney, both dead and burned, and you see the body of 29 different blights, dead and burned.
Okay.
Hey, you did it!
I'm just taking notes, sorry.
You're good. Addisilon
29 blights.
29 blights. Yep. Addisilon
Well,
bends over and gives you a big hug. That was awesome!
Yes, that was effective. Hopefully not too effective. Why don't you follow me? And I'm going to start leading us down 9 yards.
9 is your movement, yeah. Her movement.
Can she? Yeah,
You outpace her as your little legs walk.
Your little
She's
legs are just
striding along, just sauntering behind you.
I want to keep her close with me, so
Yeah. Okay. Then
Yeah.
you'll move at her pace. Yeah. Okay. So
okay.
what's the plan?
So I'll go here. That's how far she moved.
Just about. Yeah. Where are you taking her? Yeah.
We're headed down here.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right. You just want to use your full movement to get over there?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. You guys can work your way down there. Getting down here. Okay. You see, what do you see? You see... Okay. You see 5 blights, staring, like twig blights, staring at the front door of the antiquarian. You can see, like, you guys are probably, like, peering around the building, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, we're still trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
I am, at least.
Yeah. So, you can see, peering around the building, you see that. You also see, down the way and kind of watching around, you see a needle blight. Kind of watching. It seems there's someone in the antiquarian that they just can't get into, so they're kind of puzzling it out. Whereas there was probably more, but they've all moved off.
Okay. So I'll kind of retreat around the backside of the antiquarian so we're out of sight. And
Yeah, she didn't peer, she was staying back there, and she goes, "You're back. Hi."
Yeah, and I'll explain the situation to her. So, Addisilon, there's more of those monsters around this building, and one of our friends I happen to know is in here that they're trying to get to.
Who?
He's a friend that his name's Silas. We met him outside of town recently.
I don't know him. Is he
Anyways,
cute?
yeah, you might hit it off, but more importantly, we will do the same thing with these twig blights, but we have to be careful not to burn down the building, otherwise we'll put our friend in danger.
Oh. Yeah, I like this place.
Yeah, we don't want to
We should go
burn
inside.
down all the knowledge.
Did you know they started serving tea here?
Yeah, well,
If we make it safe, then
maybe. If we make it safe, then maybe we can go in.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So here's the plan. I'll hold the torch.
Do you not feel safe, Gnimwirt?
No, we're under attack, and everyone's dying.
Isn't that the way of life, though?
I choose to be more influential in how my life ends.
How interesting. You are a curious one. I'm happy we met.
Yes, me too. Now follow me. And I indicate I'm gonna hold out the torch, similar to what we did before, and ask her to do the same.
Oh, you're like going around the building, holding out the.
Yep.
You will reveal yourself doing this.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold it out until I see that she's ready to do this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay.
Everybody has those days.
You see, she takes a drink and goes to throw the mug, and like only a couple driplets come out. Oops.
I quickly pull the torch back in.
She looks at you. What happened?
I don't know. I need more. And I hold it out again.
You know what? We're gonna try for something else.
Alcohol vapors.
She goes, "Ugh," bleh, and pukes and spews, and her bile is so acidic and so alcoholic that it's going to erupt in this flame, and works. I gave it at a penalty, and it works.
Dragon.
She is now a dragon. I gave it at a penalty, and she rolled great. So, how many did I say were out there? There was 5, right?
Yep.
Okay. The area ignites, and it kind of settles, and you see one blight standing there, like, quaking, going... All the others are just, like, smoldering embers. She's like... And it looks at you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna see what it does. Okay. It's gonna turn and run away.
Okay.
Do you let it? Or do you want to chase it down?
I'm assuming it's running towards the needle blight.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let it run that direction.
Okay. What are you doing while it's running?
I'm gonna again take cover behind the house.
Okay, you guys take cover behind the house. I believe this should bring us back up to Gnimwirt, or to Adarag. Before we do, let's see what the rest of the party's doing. Okay, interesting. That's a crit 100. All right.
Oof.
Yep.
Hopefully it was Blight's. Probably not.
Okay. Fun fact, it was neither Blight's nor allies.
It was
Okay.
a dragon.
I guess it could be the dragon. Maybe it was the dragon. Last one. Wow, that's another crit 100!
Holy crap.
Okay.
Everybody's sucking.
This battle is taking a turn. Alright. What do you... Adarag. We're back up at Adarag. Adarag, you finished up in the town square. It's not... Sorry, the town market.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Alright, so... Adarag is going to kind of make his way down this way, trying to kind of get to this like tree line over here.
Okay.
And he's going to do an awareness at this location to see, because he's mainly looking over to this roadway to see like if those guys are trying to go back to try to address this fire situation.
Okay. Give me awareness at challenging difficulty.
Okay.
Through the fog and the mist, you can't see.
Okay.
The purple fog is taking over.
Well, can't see much. Need to get back to the safety. So he's going to continue on, making his way down to here.
Okay. From there, you hear a racket at Hobbs Lodge, but you can't see anything.
Okay.
Alright, we'll jump back down to Gnimwirt, and I'll try and keep the turns a bit even here. So, Gnimwirt, what are you doing?
You're going to Adarag because I gotta pull something out of the oven.
I'm going to Adarag. Adarag, you get a second turn. What are you doing?
Woohoo! So Adarag
Gnimwirt's waiting and watching.
Adarag is going to try to then make it down into this central area here. So, yeah, like down in here, and try to like find any of his compatriots down in here, whether it's Lost Sons or Grunkle Torvekic or Gnimwirt or Addisilon, anybody.
Okay. Go ahead and you head down there.
Okay.
Once you're back in the kind of clearing there, what you see is the last of Kylie and Wilhelm, basically sprinting down the street towards their camp.
Gotcha. Okay.
You do see the body of Bernard dead amidst piles of blights.
Are the Blights dead?
Yeah. These blights are dead. You see shadows moving through the fog of more blights kind of running this way and that way.
Okay. Adarag.
Or Bernard.
Oh, Bernard. Seeing this, Adarag is going to be kind of rejuvenated with, well, I mean, not rejuvenated, but...
Yeah, like, dead friend? Let's go!
He's going to be, like, raging. He's going to, like, be really hurt by this, because he just made a new friend, and his new friend's dead.
Yes. You do see a single twig blight running over to a needle blight south of you.
Okay. What is the range on my... Oh, 8 yards. Okay. All right. So that was one of my movements to get down to here.
Yeah, you can almost certainly get within range.
Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna see this needle blight, and I'm going to get over here.
Okay, looks like you're like 6 yards away.
Okay. And I am going to take a shot with my flintlock pistol.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm angry,
Flintlock
and I know that.
Okay, let's see how this goes. First time this has been roll. He pulls out a fucking gun. You kill Bernard, you bastard. Pop a cap in your twig ass. All right, let's get a roll for that.
Roll the dice icon next to it.
Yeah.
What is he shooting at? Sorry.
The needle blight.
Okay.
Gnimwirt, from behind the building, you haven't seen Adarag approach.
And so this is just base chance, everything standard.
I believe so. Yeah, you didn't have a chance to aim, so yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, so close. Not really.
You guys still have 3 fortune points you haven't rolled yet.
Yeah.
Would you like to
I'll do this
reroll?
one. Yeah, I'm angry. Hell yeah!
Wow.
It jams. Chink! You... Boom! Let's see damage. Let's see qualities on this.
Qualities are gunpowder and volatile.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. You didn't critically fail, so it didn't blow up in your face. That's good. Alright, let's see damage.
Okay.
Would you like to explode with fortune point?
He's pretty angry, but he's also not really like in his right sense to like have like really taken time to like know like where to shoot. So I don't think he would. Wait. So explode with fortune.
Explode with fortune just means you use one more of your fortune points to turn. You rolled. It would turn your 1 into a 6, and it would get to roll again, so you would do more damage.
Oh, okay. You know, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Turns it into a 12. 12 damage. Okay. Gnimwirt, you're hiding behind the building, and all of a sudden you hear this BOOM! As a gun goes off. You're very familiar with the sound.
I know that
Gunpowder.
sound.
Gunpowder was just used on the field of battle, not far from where you're sitting.
I know that's got to be Adarag.
You don't know many. Well, you do know someone else that had gunpowder, but
Yeah,
they
but
turned into a dragon.
Yeah.
Adarag,
You bastards!
you call out as you pull out this gun. This thing just turns and looks at you, and all of a sudden, without knowing what the hell just happened, all of a sudden a hole gets ripped through its center, and it just looks down at it and looks back up like, what the fuck? This dude just cast magic at me. Like,
Adarag cast gun.
Okay. This thing kind of stands there, and then you just see it kind of crumple backwards and fall down to the ground. As you feel... You hear nothing. You feel a shiver go from the ground up your spine.
Oh, fuck.
As there's something that hunts based on sound in this town right now.
And I just made a very loud sound.
Very loud sound that would have trumped all the other combat that it's been chasing around fighting in the fog. Yeah, okay, let's go to Gnimwirt. Gnimwirt, boom! You're like getting out of your hiding spot and like, whoa! And it's your turn, what do you do?
So Needle Blight fell over right here.
Yeah, you see it like crumple, and you see the twig blight look at it, look at him, like, what the hell? And it's going to take off running into the fog, but you get to act first.
Okay. I'm going to continue with Addisilon down to like this building behind it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
and I'm gonna peer around this corner, looking out to this road and like this area.
Yeah, without rolling an awareness check, what you see is tons of figures running around in the fog. And actually, let's see, how easily is it able to be seen? You see all these figures go running, like, it seems like this whole time through the fog, you see, like, shadows of things moving this way and that way. But at this point, you see, like, a shadow of a bunch of little things all running, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay. They're basically all running this way, like running from over here to this way. Like maybe 20 or 30 of these little creatures all running that way.
Okay. Addisilon, it's time for another get ready. I'll count it down. And as they're running, like when they get to this area, I'm going to ask her to do it.
Yeah, it's just like a constant, like, kind of flow of them kind of running across, so...
Oh, okay, then I'll just hold it out, and I'll get her ready to, like, spew the flames down here.
Yeah, okay. You guys spew the fire, and, as you do...
It's kind of, like, in this direction.
Yeah, let me see. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. As you do, the fog kind of clears away, roll me an awareness check. Standard difficulty. Gnimwirt. Okay. You guys blow out the fire, and as you do, it kind of lights up the area around you, and all you see is a giant shadow, in the fog. You're not able to tell what it is, but basically all these little figures were all running, and then there's a big shadowy figure, basically, let me see, right around over here-ish. There-ish. Yeah?
Okay.
The fire
can I
erupts, and you
connect
see, that's the wrong dice. There we go. You see, you've made contact with a lot. There's in the teens of burning little twig blights kind of running half on fire and like falling over. The shrieks kind of pierce your ears.
Okay. Does it seem like it has stopped the flow of blights running this way?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Then we're gonna cross with my last action.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yep, okay.
So, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Okay. Adarag.
Yeah.
Actually, before we get to you, let's see how rolls are going for people. Oh, right. Okay. Those 2 crit 100s really played a factor in this. That's fun.
And I feel like Gnimwirt running around and at this point literally killing like 60 blights has gotta help.
It's definitely not hurt, for sure. However, there are still 2 entrances where more blights are still coming in from. Main entrances the blights are coming in from. But yeah, it's definitely not hurting. Okay, interesting. Alright, I've got an idea of how the rest of the battle is going around us, so let's go to Adarag. Adarag, coming up on the final stretch of the session for today, what are you doing as you fired off a round and felt a shiver up your body?
At this point, Adarag is like, okay, I know that thing doesn't hunt with eyesight, so I gotta be as quiet as possible to make my way away from this position. But did I see Gnimwirt and Addisilon make their way down that way?
I don't believe so. I think he's stealthing, but Gnimwirt, roll a stealth check for me. And Adarag, roll an awareness check for me.
Okay.
With the bonuses?
Yeah, you have all your bonuses, yeah. Wow. Okay. He thinks he's stealth, and you don't see him. That's basically how that goes.
Okay.
So maybe your stealth's working?
So, with that being the case, Adarag is going to...
He probably did see the fire, though.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, you would see the fire. You probably didn't see them specifically because you just saw this fireball erupt.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take that as a...
You're like, whoa, my gun did that?
Whoa! Yeah, whoa! This thing is awesome!
You're gonna brag later, dude. I shot through a guy and it exploded in a ball of fire.
You're like looking down the barrel.
Yeah, holy shit!
Holy crap!
That's awesome. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I'm going to stealthily make my way over this way because I'm going to assume that's a friendly because blights don't use fire.
Well, I thought you thought it was you that did that. Well, it was kind of different timing, to be fair. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to stealthily make my way over that way.
You want to roll a stealth check for me?
Sure.
All your bonuses.
Would you say this is an urban edit?
Yeah, absolutely. You're in town, man. It didn't help you last time, but maybe.
Did not help me last time.
Oh, jeez. Which one or the other?
I disappear from the map.
Yeah, yeah. The DM's not even knowing where he went. You drop to the ground and begin basically frantically but stealthily moving away from that position. With that crit success, I'm even gonna allow it. You basically see out of the fog, coming up from the south. The fog kind of erupts as out this completely silent dragon kind of comes out and just kind of slinks around. It almost looks like it's looking or sniffing around.
Its name is Atlas.
Aye.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
You guys, that's not like a spoiler,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I just spoil something? No, you guys knew that. You scared me there. I was like, oh.
I mean, at least we know there's not multiple dragons.
Yeah, it looks the same. All right, Adarag, you have moved. You're stealthing. Yeah, so you have 2 actions left.
Yeah, so I'm going to load my my pistol again.
Oh, okay. You're gonna stop right there and load your pistol. Okay, you're using the full rest of your turn to load it then.
Yes.
How many shots did he give you?
So he gave me.
Oh, it actually takes 3. It's gonna take next turn to load it. It takes 3 actions to load it.
I may have done that incorrect. Hang on, because I think I have notes here. Okay. Sure. Okay, no, yeah, so I would have to do that next turn to load it.
Yeah, okay, current shot count 7, so it would be down at 6 now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, next turn, so you still have 2 action points. Do you want to use 2 action points to start loading it and use 1 more next turn? Or you want to do something else this turn?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll, over on the other side, like keeping an eye on this, this beast that has come out of the fog, I'm going to be very quiet and try to not make any more footsteps by loading my taking 2 of my actions to continue loading my pistol.
Okay. So you're loading up your pistol.
2/3 of a bullet.
Yeah, 2/3.
Yes.
Well, it's like clean it, pack it, whatever. All right, we're gonna jump down to Gnimwirt and Addisilon, I believe. Nope, we need to see how the rest of the battles go. No, I did that before Adarag's turn. I apologize. Continue, Gnimwirt.
Okay. We're gonna sneak along. Let's see. Do my best to sneak going this way along the fence.
Okay. Yeah, do your best to
With
sneak.
Addisilon?
Yeah, I've seen your stealth roll. Yep.
And then see if I can see anything out here.
Okay. Okay. From there, roll awareness at challenging difficulty. Alright. You see about 7 blights. Kind of all the twig blights all kind of hanging around this area.
Okay. Addisilon, there's a lot of enemies up ahead. We need to be really careful not to be seen. We'll do the same thing that we've been doing. So stick with me, and then I'll again try to be stealthy, moving kind of up towards this tree.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, all right. Go ahead. You move up to the tree. Move with you. And these blights don't seem to notice you guys.
All right.
Yeah, they seem to be hanging out. Except you notice that there's not 7. There seems to be about 14 plus hanging out here.
Okay. Given our past like 3 or 4 fire explosions, I'm trying to analyze how far away they are. Is this kind of within range of what we've been doing?
Maximum effectiveness here, kind of residual here.
Okay. I'm gonna go for it. So I'll hold out the torch and kind of give Addisilon a nod.
God, this would be the worst time to fail this roll.
The worst time, eh?
Yeah, and leave it to the worst time to not fail the roll. Let's go, Addisilon. As she once again takes her and throws it, and once again, see how well you. Oh, that's interesting. All right. 4 out of the 14 blights get lit on fire and kind of crumble up and die. The other 10 turn and begin to react.
Again.
It is their turn. Okay, they have the movement. Oh god, this could get hairy.
Uh-oh. Gnimwirt dies.
Let's see how well this goes. Actually, I've got their attacks. Okay. As the DM, I need to double check something okay. Cool. Alright. This will get interesting. Alright, so Twig Blights get to attack. They've got 1 attack. They are going to attack Gnimwirt and succeed.
Oh boy.
At this point, I'm gonna consider this top of the turn. We weren't really counting action points, or were we? Did you still have an action left? I can't remember.
Did
you count?
We moved, which was 1, and then fired, which was probably another.
So then you have 1 left?
Probably.
Would you like to parry this attack? I can tell you let me see, your parry is... Your parry's not bad, actually. It's based off your simple melee. You've got a 41% chance to parry.
Could I instead try to jump away from them? Is that an option?
Not so much. Dodge would be the... There's parry and dodge are the 2 actions. But before I finish that sentence, let me look at reactions as far as this. Assist, counterspell, dodge is for ranged attacks, opportunity attack, parry, resist. No. So, it's basically parry to block a melee attack and dodge to get out of the way of a ranged attack.
Okay.
These guys are melee attacking you.
Okay, then yeah, I will try to parry.
Okay. So you need to, if you click the, is there, on the chat, is there a parry button there?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
I'm curious if you hit that, what happens? Oh, be prepared. It's got a really annoying sound, and I don't know how to get rid of it yet. That's the one. Okay, 41% chance you got a 2. You use your torch, and block the. You're like, no, no, no! As these things are like trying to stab at you. And then this group's going to attack Addisilon. Oh god. Okay. Addisilon, I don't think I have all her stats in, so I gotta roll for her. On the plus side, she basically just kind of glides backwards and backwards as these things are just like stabbing at the ground where she was standing, and she's just kind of slowly stepping back, just kind of looking at Gnimwirt. Like, is this part of the plan?
I'm out of actions.
I believe that will bring us. That actually brings us to Gnimwirt's turn.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get back to Adarag after this quick round. Go to Gnimwirt.
I had a double turn. You have a double turn. We're good.
Okay.
That's what I'm going about.
So, has Addisilon like backed up to like back here then, or?
Flavor, she backed up, but she hasn't had a move yet, so it's not her turn.
Okay.
She can't back up.
Okay. I'm gonna just yell out to Addisilon, "Do it now! Do it now!" And I'm kind of holding it in front of all the blights.
She queefs. No.
And they all ignite.
It worked!
Hey!
Okay. So let's go for, combo attack. Oh, that was a great roll. How many of these? Okay. Out of the 10, 5 of them catch fire. And they're shrieking. Let me see if these things are going to stay in the fight. Or do they run off like they've been doing? Let's see. Resolve check. Interesting. Okay. You have 2 actions. You have...
They had a 1% chance?
That is, yep. Listen, they're great in numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, when they're on their own, they're not great. Okay, so, what does Gnimwirt do? You have 2 action points left, I believe.
So they're running?
It's not their turn yet. It looks like they're, like, half of them are on fire, and the other half are, like, questioning it. Like,
Okay. I'm gonna grab Addisilon as we retreat. Just back to, like, this fence.
Okay, you have 2 action points left. You're using both to do a maneuver as you move 1 yard out of engagement, avoiding an opportunity attack, or you can move, but you'll incur an opportunity attack.
I'll kind of like move back while still swinging the torch, so to keep him off me. So that can take 1 action.
Yeah. So 1 action. Okay, so you will get the attack of opportunity then.
Like avoiding the attack of opportunity.
Then you can only move 1 square, not 2.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know how to get rid of. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. So I guess I'll move. Shoot, dang. There we go. I'll move there, and then she'll move there. Yeah.
Okay. That's your guys' full turn?
Yeah.
Okay. We will consider this group dead, and this group is going to use their turn to run off into the fog. Unless you want to roll an awareness check to see where they went. They ran somewhere this way.
That's fine.
Let's take it back up to Adarag now. Adarag, you're trying to load this pistol that you may have loaded maybe once before in your life.
And I'm kind of fiddling with it. I finally like get it to like half cock the striker, and I'm like, I think that's how he had it, and put it back in.
It's gonna be really fun when you crit fail. It just blows up, boom, in your hand. I don't think that's how he had it. All right. So you use your final action or 1 action to finish loading it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to then using my stealth make my way towards the entrance. 10. And then Would I do double move here?
Yeah, you've got the ability to do so.
Yep. So I'm going to make my way over here. And I'm going to...
Oh, actually.
I think that's my 3. Yeah.
Do.
Do I run face first into something?
Yep. You see 2 men standing outside a building. You see a bunch of other men kind of looking out windows, kind of looking around, as you see the Miners Guild is hanging out at their barracks here. You see Harlem and Kent standing on the front steps, and they see you kind of run out of the fog into the light of their torches. They don't have the moonlit, but they have the regular torches. So it's very, the fog basically goes up to where you're like within like a yard of them, a yard of them. Harlem looks over and he goes, "We won. What are you doing here?"
Finally, a friendly face.
You see Kent go, friendly.
We're at least drinking buddies.
Harlem's
Anyways.
like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
Anyways, good to see you. I was able to put some fire across the northern path. I think it stopped them, or at least stopped the advance up there. I saw some explosions down south, and now, do you guys have this side pretty well taken care of?
You see a pile of blight bodies here. There's like you can't count the high. There's just the road is just littered with dead blights, and you can even see there's a vine blight like the one you saw up north, dead. You see multiple needle blights dead, and you see them both standing there, and the rest of the men inside. And he's like, hasn't been easy, but
You've got it pretty well handled. Well,
Mr. Cobb is dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, fucking bugger, and he points to the tentacle vine blight, and he goes, "That one."
Well, would you like to send him off in a pyre?
Kind of looks to Kent, and Kent, for the first time, Kent goes, "Fuck yeah."
All right, well, that'll at least keep them away from this side of the road from here on out. I've got another torch, and I'm gonna pull out another torch, and start like trying to light it.
Well, they have the torch lit next to them, so
Oh, okay.
they'll grab that, and then maybe they'll grab that and then light your other one. So then you have 3 lit torches between the 3 of you.
Mm-hmm. Well, to Valhalla. Or does he have a god he prays to?
I was like, to a god that doesn't exist. That was funny.
Isn't Valhalla like heaven? It's a place.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
for the
Viking,
Norse. Yeah, for the Norse gods that don't exist in this world.
Yeah.
Like we didn't talk religion much. I'm not sure who he prayed to. To Inebria.
To Inebria, may his cup be never empty.
It's a good one.
And Adarag with Kent and Harlem goes to light this pyre of blights.
Yeah, you guys basically get to work just igniting basically a pile of bodies that stretches from like here to off screen. That's not right. Here to like off screen. Basically that entire road is just like a hill of blight bodies that they've been out here fighting this whole time. Yeah, they've been rolling really well on this side. Unreasonably well, but hey, whatever. Yeah, so the thing catches fire, and you can see Kent goes over and kind of takes a knee next to the burning bodies. However, Harlem looks to you and he goes, "Is this to stop them from coming back or something?"
That, and also a means to protect this area. They don't like the light. It scares them off, these blights.
No kidding.
Aye.
Fuck, we would have done that a long time ago.
Well, I just learned about it recently too, so you're not.
Quick thinking,
Not
little one.
Well, appreciate it. Well, I see you lads are all strapped up over here. I'm going to go to help the rest of the town.
All right. Good luck.
Aye. Godspeed to you. And gonna start making my way back towards Hop the Lodge area.
Okay. Let's check in on other events around town. What all do we have left? We have you. Okay. We have you. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow. Okay, things are not over. Things are very much still active. And last two. Wow, that's an insane amount of rolls. Okay, sweet, 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 sweet. Let's get to Gnimwirt. Gnimwirt, you're left by yourself down there with Addisilon.
Okay. First thing.
Basically,
So
you've got
actually,
fire kind of all around this area.
yeah. So I'm gonna peer, like, there's kind of a gap in the fence right here, it looks like.
Yep, yep. Yeah, the
so I'm
walls
gonna,
were never built. There was a talk of rebuilding the walls, but they decided to dig a hole and then never dug a hole.
Yes. So I'm gonna kind of peer around this fence, looking out here. I think that's where the blights ran to.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of sneak up to the edge here, like right in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll awareness at challenging difficulty, please.
Okay.
Okay.
It's dense fog.
All right. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to pull out my second of the two torches that I grabbed,
Okay.
and I start to light it. Addisilon, are you ready? This one needs to be big.
You don't see Addisilon.
I will immediately retreat.
And that's my cue.
Nope.
I'm assuming the cup is like not on the ground next to me.
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna retreat back this way, looking for Addisilon.
Okay. You step back there, looking through the fence. It's all fog all around you. You still hear the sounds of battle. You still see shapes and figures moving through the fog. It's almost like a fever dream. Things are just whipping around you. You're dazed.
Okay, I'm gonna hunker down stealthily, just kind of like down in the mud, in the brush, trying to hide myself as best I can, and I'm gonna just keep an eye out for if I see Addisilon.
Give me a stealth roll. With your bonuses. Jesus
Oh my gosh.
Christ.
No. Here they come. They're
Okay.
back.
Gnimwirt gets eaten by dragon.
You guys have been making a lot of noise down here.
I think 3 critical fails in a row and we get eaten by a dragon.
That's just the rules, man.
Them's the rules.
All right. Adarag, you were running. Where were you running off to?
I was trying to make my way back towards Hop's Lodge.
Okay. Yeah. Coming up on the end, you are heading through the fog and the mist, trying to find your way. And you stumble out of the fog. And before we see what you see, we're gonna finish up with Gnimwirt down here. Gnimwirt, you're in the fog. You're crouched down, hiding. You have the sounds of battle all around you. And then you hear footsteps approaching. You're not sure if they're tree steps. If they are, they're larger trees, so it could be like the needle blights, or more than likely. Well, I don't think you've seen a vine blight yet, so you wouldn't know. But it could be a very fat needle blight. You hear heavy footsteps, basically running towards you from the west. You have a quick moment to react.
Okay, I'm gonna run north.
Okay. As you get it to run, you get hit like a freight train. You're like, huh, boom! And like your whole world just kind of, poof, as you just get rocketed, off to the right, as you like senses just, gah. As you look, and whatever this thing that hit you just grabs you, wraps its big ol' arms around you. As we're gonna wrap up this episode and finish up episode 32 with Gnimwirt's last words he hears being, "Oh, hey there, buddy!" As Frankie has run into Gnimwirt. "Oh, hey, man! What are you doing here?" And that's the end of this episode, so...
Oh, man.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. This has been King's Crossing, episode 32, called Behind Enemy Lines. What an episode.
Wow.
Holy shit. That was a lot of things that I'm going to have to write down and remember for Crinkle in their episodes, because you guys did a lot.
Yeah.
I was a little worried.
Tell them
Good.
Gnimwirt and Adarag collectively slaughtered like over 100 twig blights.
Well, I think Gnimwirt did. Addisilon. Yeah, Gnimwirt and Addisilon, yeah. Oh, did you say Gnimwirt and Addisilon?
I said Adarag, but I mean,
Yeah.
I guess Adarag set fire to
Dead ones.
more than he could count, and
Yeah.
he can take the credit.
I was doing the quest objectives.
I killed all those. Yeah, this is like those missions where it's like you need to do this quest, and Gnimwirt's just out there killing everything, but the objective is the quest objective, and Adarag's like, guys, we need to do the quest.
Well, to be fair,
You started with the quest.
blew up the area here and got the stuff to make fire, which we were told to go do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making my way down here. The whole time I was just trying to get fire here, and I just could not get there.
Yeah, I thought you were going to the antiquarian, and then you just ran right by it, and I was like, oh, okay. But to be fair, you guys did kind of get everything that was attacking the antiquarian off of it. So
Yeah, we saved our friend here. We got here and got across the path. We made our way down here, but then I just crit fail like 30 times.
Yeah, dude, the dice rolls ended on a weak note there. But yeah, I was rolling for, and we'll talk on under the table, obviously. I was rolling for like NPCs and how different events around town where people were, and like Frankie and Hopkins were in a different part of town. And so I was rolling for events over there and how they were doing. They were one that they survived and were making their way out, and they found Gnimwirt because he thought he was being stealthy, but he was not, and they saw him because they were also moving around down there. And so Frankie and Hopkins have run into Gnimwirt.
Frankie and Hopkins are more stealthy than Gnimwirt.
No, they weren't really stealthy. He heard him coming. They weren't really all that stealthy. It was more he wasn't stealthy, and they're like, "Hey, I know him."
I like to think, though, that these two very rotund individuals were sneaking around quieter than...
There's some gems in my notes this time.
Oh yeah, dude. There's some. This is. I mean, the gun went off for the first time. The dragon popped out. Second time.
Yeah, the first time was in the first time we met the twig blights, and I got my Hans first shot off.
Oh, seriously, dude! I forgot all about that.
I don't remember that either.
That was in the first time we went up north, and we ran into our first twig blight.
The one where he threw the rock at the plant and pissed it off.
Yeah.
Oh, you just gunned it down.
Well, I shot it in the face, but then that didn't. I didn't kill it though.
Oh, interesting. Oh, probably just like winged it, dude. I'm like, oh, really? Well, then what happened? Fun. Chat saying good episode, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot. That was a big one. But yeah, 2 out of 3 fires were lit. I mean, there's still fire down here. It's just not technically blocking the road.
Yeah.
I tried, okay?
Yeah, no one else. I mean, it's in the fog. No one can see it. They can just see that there's fire down there. You'd be like, yeah, no, it's good. I did. It's done.
It's good.
No one has to go look. It's fine. Yeah. Gnimwirt or Tough Nuts, you probably won't be under the table. So I'm just curious. Thoughts on the game?
Good. I mean, I felt like I didn't know what else to do, so I felt like my turns were repetitive. But that's not at anyone's fault. It's just like I don't know. Like I didn't really see a lot of like engineering options. Maybe I just wasn't being as creative tonight.
Adis was saying, you know, you're going to be really pissed because you like to prepare for things, and this was just like the attack is happening, and you wouldn't have a chance to prepare. But he was like, more than likely, he's going to find the time to sit down and engineer something to fix this.
Yeah, that's why I booked it immediately to Hobbs Lodge. Is I needed resources to like do something. I like me fighting with a crossbow out there would have been dumb.
What I was surprised by is Gnimwirt never drank his vial.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what I was surprised by.
I want to save it for the utmost need.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thoughts being, I'm still expecting us to potentially have to go to the mountain, and I feel like it'd be really useful for that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I gave it to you guys for this fight, but that's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, if I like, I don't know, like if I would have had like maybe another turn while I was trying to hide there, maybe that would have been a scenario. Like if I heard things coming but had time to react, maybe I would have done that.
Yeah,
but it just happened fast. So
yeah, no, okay. Damn.
Yeah.
What an episode. People died.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop recording and start translating or transcribing.
Yeah. All right, so that's it from us. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This has been King's Crossing, episode 32, Behind Enemy Lines, featuring Gnimwirt, portrayed by Tough Nuts, and Adarag, portrayed by Adis. So, huge shout out to them. Thank you, guys. Huge shout out to chat. Thank you, guys. People were actually hanging out in chat today. They were, you know, keeping things alive a little bit, mainly playing Pokemon.
And shout out to our wonderful GM, because that was a lot of things going on all at the same time.
It was a lot. That was the most I've done this whole campaign of trying to juggle where everyone's at and like who you can see and who you can't and who's doing what and who's surviving. It was.
I can't imagine doing that without the map.
Yeah, this was pretty large scale. So during the week, I've kind of been prepping the map and making sure that I know where people are and like what factions' goals are, what their like priorities would be in this scenario, what people would be doing. The leadership, Lost Sons were gonna go back to their camp for sure.
Yeah.
And they stayed and held the line there so that you guys were able to move back and forth along that. It wasn't all overrun because they were sitting there fighting.
Yeah.
So that was a cool call. That was different. Oh, the one thing I shared with the other party that I'll share with you guys real quick before we wrap up is there's no way you guys would, I was trying to figure out a way I could like show this to like have your characters learn this in the game. There's not really any way I could show it. It's something that did happen that I rolled for that actually players put in motion and happened, but there's no way that your characters could like find this out that I can think of, so I'm just sharing it. Basically, Gnimwirt, no, not Gnimwirt. Grunkle, Torvekik, and Wilfer headed north at one point. They ran into the Swamp Dragon. Not Gnimwirt. Everything's about Gnimwirt. Wilfer pulled out some magic and basically distracted the thing and sent it south. However, they were north of town. He sent it south, distracting it. So the dragon has basically not been a problem because you guys had Jonathan go around and set up noisemakers around the swamp. So you guys haven't even dealt with the dragon in many episodes, because it's just been wandering the swamp, doing its thing. However, Will first sent it south towards Arwin's Rest, so the dragon's here. However, the dragon is not on the Blight's side. It's its own entity. And so when it headed south, it ran into the Blight Army and started fucking them up. So then the Blight Army wasn't fully prepared, so they were like, oh shit, just go! And that's why the attack was so sudden, and they just kind of started going, because they were like, there's a dragon behind us! Everyone go forward! So that's kind of what happened. So the Blights just kind of got a not so coordinated attack, and it's more chaos than what they were wanting to do. They're usually more of a, we sneak in, kill people in their sleep kind of deal, but it was, oh shit, go! And so there's no way you guys could really know that, but I just kind of let that be known that I rolled everything. The dragon ran into the Blight Army because it was sent south, and it found the Blight Army that was surrounding the town. Started fucking with the Blight Army. Blight Army said, oh fuck, and so they ran into town. However, the sound of battle and everything, it followed them into town, and Grunkle found that out. Remember when Grunkle jumped over Adarag's, just ran over Adarag as he was charging into the fog to fight things?
Yeah.
Yeah, ran face first right into the dragon. I was moving things around in invisible, to where things were, and he ran straight into the dragon. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's why they ran in. They're like, oh, fuck. And then Torvekik followed him, and Torvekik, oh, fuck. It was pretty funny. But yeah, you guys
during this fight, was the dragon continuing to fight Blights as well?
Yep, it's fucking up Blights as well. That's why, remember when you saw that huge rush group heading this way? Heading this way?
Yeah, they were running from the dragon.
Running from the dragon.
Gotcha.
Yep. They weren't all moving and coordinated, oh, we're gonna go attack over there. It was more of, get the fuck out of the way!
Yeah, and then I took that path from them too.
Yep, so yeah, they
box them in.
Yeah, they were the Blights are on a 2-front attack just as much. It's like a 3v3, all 1v3.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. Oh,
1v1v1.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Adarag, you found the Miners Guild. They rolled great. They were chilling. They lost their boss though. Mr. Carver's dead. You guys know. Who do we know? We know Mr. Carver's dead. We know Raddick's dead, we know Sydney's dead, and we know Bernard's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't, to be fair, really know if I killed Raddick and Sydney or if the Blights did.
True.
But
you don't know.
You know what? It is what it is.
It is what it is. Maybe find out next time on King's Crossing. That's it from us. We will see you in the next episode. Later.
Cheers.
Cheers.